did you say?
I said, I think you're sick.
We meet an English teacher named Will. With him is his wife, whose name is Laura. After a very long time, the two of them have gone out for dinner. At the same time, both of them are extremely happy. Laura is a talented musician. Meanwhile, Will glances over at the TV, and he sees that a businessman has just died. But he doesn't dwell on it much, and begins dancing with Laura. Then we see his best friend, named Jimmy. Jimmy has also come along with his wife. They continue dancing all together. They all appear quite happy. After the dancing has concluded, Laura departs for her practice. Then Jimmy and Will sit down to play some chess, just like always. When Laura is returning from practice that night, then we see a man who had been following her. After a little while, he puts a gun on Laura. When Laura attempts to run, he starts to beat her and brings her over to his car while still beating her. He beats her viciously until she finally falls down. Then he brutally rapes her. Meanwhile, as soon as Will steps outside, he sees a message on his phone telling him he has to get to the hospital quickly. He comes running over. The moment he goes inside, he sees that Laura's condition is incredibly bad. There are terrible bruises all over her body. She is barely taking her last breath. Her condition is getting progressively worse. Then he sees that Jimmy has arrived here with a woman named Trudy. They both try to comfort and reassure him. Jimmy says, "You don't need to worry. Whoever has done this, the police will find him very soon." Saying this, they depart. Will is sitting all alone outside. He is also heartbroken. Then after a little while, a man named Simon comes over here and sits down behind Will. He tells him that whatever happened to Laura was a very bad thing. Will does not understand what this man is trying to say. Simon then introduces himself and says that something very similar happened to me a few years ago. I know who did this to Laura. That man's name is Hodge. He is a very big-time criminal. He always does these kinds of things and repeatedly misleads the government and gets out. Now you have only one possible way. The police will eventually catch him, and Laura will have to go to court again and again. And in the very end, Hodge will be released and simply leave. But there is another way. I work for an organization whose job is to punish these kinds of criminals. And when we punish Hodge, no one will have any sort of trouble except for Hodge. Laura will never have to go to court. After hearing all of this, Will asks what he has to do in return. Simon says, "Nothing. If we ever need you in the future, then you will have to do whatever it is we tell you." Will does not understand this at all. He hesitates for a moment, but then he thinks about Laura and says yes in a fit of anger. Simon says that to complete this particular deal, you will have to buy 2 chocolate bars from the nearby vending machine, and this deal will then be finalized. Will goes over to the vending machine. When he is getting the chocolate bars, then he sees that other people are present here besides Simon, and all of this is happening in their very presence. The deal is now finalized. At night, we see Hodge, who comes back to his own house. Then another man comes to his house, who is clearly very scared. He has a gun in his hand. Hodge fights with him after seeing him, but he can't possibly win against this man. And in the end, the man shoots him dead. Hodge had kept Laura's stolen necklace here. The next day, we see that a man comes to Will's office. He tells him that, "I am from the insurance company," and gives an envelope and leaves. As soon as Will opens the envelope, he finds Laura's necklace right inside. There is also a picture of Hodge's dead body. Will immediately goes straight to Laura and tells her that the man who did this terrible thing to you, he is now dead. After a while, she is discharged from the hospital. These people then come to the house. Will promises Laura that he will always protect her. He will never leave her all alone. But Laura is still very much afraid. She tells Will that all the locks in her house, whether they are on doors or windows, change every one of them. Will does this for her. Now, slowly, time is passing by. But these people can't forget these horrible things. As soon as they look, the time of 6 months has passed. Then one day, Laura tells Will, "I think I should probably keep a gun with me. I am going to get myself a gun." Will says, "You shouldn't be doing this. A gun is a very dangerous thing." But Laura still doesn't agree with him. She starts taking professional shooting classes. Along with that, she also has a can of pepper spray, which she now always carries. And Will always takes good care of her. Then one day, he gets a call from Simon. And Simon calls him to a specific location. Simon tells him to buy 2 packs of gum from the shop, then tells him to come around from the back door. As soon as he leaves, he sees Simon's car, in which he is currently sitting. After coming inside, Simon gives Will an envelope and tells him the location and tells him to post it tomorrow evening at 4:15. Will agrees to this, and the next day, he reaches there. Then Simon calls him, and Simon tells him not to post the envelope. As soon as Will opens it, he finds a picture of a man and pictures of his entire family. Will asks Simon, "What is all this?" Simon says, "This man is coming with his family to the zoo, in front of which you are now standing. Follow them and just give me the news." Will doesn't understand what these people want him to do, but still, he starts to follow them. He sees this man's whole family. Will tells this information to Simon and then leaves. Then he sees a phone number on his board. As soon as he sees this, he understands that this was done by Simon. He calls him and comes out of his school. Then he sees that Simon is right outside. Will yells at him, "What are you doing? I won't do anything else for you. You have completely ruined my privacy. You came inside my school and wrote things on my board." Simon says, "Don't you forget your promise. You promised me that you will work for me whenever I want." Will can't give him any answer, and Simon then leaves. After some time, Will meets another man who runs away after seeing the envelope. As soon as Will opens the envelope, he finds a picture of that same man. This man is an offender. Simon calls him and says, "You have to kill this man." Will asks, "What are you saying?" Simon says, "This man is not an innocent. He is an offender. Don't you worry. No one will ever find out about this. This man always comes to that particular bridge. You have to go to that bridge by taking a bus. As soon as he comes near to you, you push him down. He will fall down and then die." Will says, "I will never do this." After saying this, he comes to his house. Laura notices all of this. She feels that Will is very upset. She tries to talk to him, but Will says everything is just fine. "I don't have any kind of problem." He leaves early in the morning to go to school. He sees that his car's tires are all punctured. He takes a bus and leaves. He reaches that same bridge. He remembers that Simon told him to get down, but Will doesn't want to kill anyone. So ignoring Simon's words, he reaches the school. But as soon as he comes out of the school, he sees that Simon is standing right outside. Simon says, "Why are you doing all of this? Why are you ignoring us? Why don't you do what I have told you?" Will says, "Because I am not a killer, and you want me to kill someone. I will never do this." Simon says that you have completely forgotten your promise, that what you said. We had an agreement. Will says that, "I will not kill anyone, and I want you to stop following me." After saying this, he leaves. At night, he takes Laura out for dinner. Then Simon comes over there. After seeing him, Will is scared, but Simon pretends as if he is an old friend of Will. He talks to him, but Will can't tolerate him for very long and comes home with Laura. As soon as he reaches his fridge, he sees that there are magnets stuck on it, on which it is written, "Choose." Then he separates all the magnets and starts looking in the whole house that there is no one else here. He doesn't see anyone anywhere. Then he comes running to the parking lot and calls Simon's number, the card given by Simon. After calling his number, the call goes straight to a funeral home. Then Will tell Simon to leave his family alone, otherwise it won't be right. After saying this, as soon as he comes back, he sees that the door of his house is open while he had closed it. Then he goes inside. He sees that Laura is still standing. Laura was feeling that Will was inside. He never went down. He looks all around, but he doesn't see anyone. When he looks at the fridge, he sees that all the magnets are stuck, which means that "choose" is written. Now he gets really scared. He has understood that they can enter his house at any time and can do anything they want with Laura. To fix this, he takes a bus and reaches the bridge the very next day and starts walking. Then he sees the same man who was told to be killed. Will goes up to that man to make him understand. But this man is extremely scared. He thinks that Will is going to kill him. First, he throws his cycle. Then he comes to kill Will. Then Will moves away from the road, and that man falls down. As soon as he falls down, he dies. After seeing this, Will is very scared. He runs and comes and sits in the other bus and leaves. After coming to school, he gets a call from Simon. And Simon says that, "I want to congratulate you. You have done a very good job. And today our agreement ends forever. Now you are free." But Will is still in guilt. When he is sitting inside the school, he sees that two kids are fighting. He goes to save them, but this kid is very stubborn. Will gets angry and punches the kid. He is sent to the principal's room, who is his friend Jimmy. Jimmy scolds him a lot. He says that you have done a very wrong thing by hitting a kid. You can go to jail for this, but I am not sending you to jail. I'm just suspending you for a few weeks. He calls Laura too. Laura is very angry. She asks Will, what happened to you? Will says that he is not able to understand anything. Will says that he checked the glove box of his car and he found his necklace, which was missing during the accident. Will says that, what do you want to do, and what are you doing? Will says this and leaves. Then 2 policemen come here and take Will to the police station. Now they are interrogating him. The man who died is named Alan. They ask Will, what is your connection with Alan's death? Will says that, I don't know, who are you talking about? Then they say that they have solid evidence. They show the footage of the bridge and say that where you went, Alan also went there. And after a while, his dead body was found. And you were seen running alone, and you were seen coming back. But Alan didn't come out. Someone turned off the camera, so we don't have the footage of what happened there. We know that you killed Alan. Tell us, why did you kill him? Then Will doesn't say anything and says that he needs a lawyer. They say that your story won't come out so easily. They all come out. Then the lieutenant comes here and talks to everyone and says that we don't have any solid evidence. The bridge is a public place. Anyone can go there. His lawyer will get this case closed. And we can't keep him in any charge. I go to talk to him. He comes in and asks Will a strange question. Will doesn't understand anything. What should he answer? And why is this man doing this? Then the man opens his handcuffs and says that, before Simon is with you, leave the city and run away. Will understands that he is also connected to Simon. He comes out. On the other side, we see Laura, who calls Will. But Will's phone is with the police. Then on the other side, we see Will, who goes to a pay phone and sends a message to Trudy and tells her to tell Laura that tomorrow I will come to her rehearsal space and meet her there. Now Laura is also worried. The next day, he goes to Laura and tells her everything, what happened till now. Laura understands that this case is very big and can be very dangerous. All the money she has, she gives it to Will. And also the gun. She says that, I bought it recently. Then Will sees that the police is also here. He starts running. Now he has to find out about Ellen. He goes and searches on a computer. Then he finds out that Ellen was an investigation journalist, and he was also working on a case. He immediately takes his card and reaches the place where all Ellen's friends come and starts asking questions. Then they tell that Ellen was doing research on a man named Simon, who runs a group. Their job is to kill people. Now Will understands why Simon killed Ellen, because he was after her. Then he sees that Simon's people have also come here. He starts running. He keeps running, and Simon's people keep following him. Here is also Simon. But in the end, Will deceives them and enters under the bridge. On the other side, when Laura comes out of the rehearsal, then a man comes to her, who shows a card and says that, I am a detective. I know that Will is innocent. I have evidence. If you want, we can prove him innocent. For this, you will have to come with me. Laura starts going with them. But on the way, she understands that these people are lying. She immediately takes out the pepper spray and puts it in both the men's eyes and runs away. On the other side, Will is busy collecting evidence. He first goes to Ellen's workspace and takes out all the files. But he sees that here there are a lot of invoices of a gas station. That means he always used to go there. He reaches the gas station. As soon as he goes there, he gives some money to that man and asks where this man used to come and where he used to go. Then he tells about the storage room. Will leaves there. He breaks the door and enters the storage room. He sees that there is a boat inside which has a lot of things, and a CD. He takes out all the things. There is a lot of newspaper, and on the front page of the newspaper, Will's photo is printed. The shopkeeper also sees this. As soon as Will comes out of the storage room, he sees that the police are coming here. He starts running, but now the police are following him. He keeps fooling them, but they always come from somewhere. Then he hits his car and runs away. After coming to the other place, he plays the CD. Then we see the same man who we saw in the beginning of the story. Alan was interviewing him. That man told him everything about Simon. Then he gets another video of Simon in which he sees that Simon is talking to Jimmy. After seeing this, Will is surprised. He goes straight to Jimmy's house. He asks, what is your relation with Simon? He says that, when my brother died, I took his help. And I helped you. I only talked to the lieutenant so that he can get you out of the police station. Will shoots Jimmy and asks him to tell him Simon's full name. After getting the information, he goes to his car. Then a man comes and shoots him and says that, you are an offender. I am going to kill you. Will snatches the gun from him. He understands that Simon has done this. Simon sends wrong files to everyone that he is an offender and kill him. This man is also trapped in his trap, who must have taken help from Simon. When Will starts killing this man, he says that, "Leave me." Will leaves him. Then he calls Simon. He says that, "I know your name is Eugene Cook, and you are a big businessman." After saying this, he sends the video to his phone. He says that, "I can give all this evidence to the police, but I don't want to get into this mess. If you give me the evidence that I am innocent, then I will hand over all the evidence to you." Simon agrees and tells Will to come to an address. On the other hand, we see Jimmy, who reaches Laura, but Simon's people are also with him. Now these people have made Laura a prisoner. Will reaches Simon. Then Simon shows him a picture of Laura and says that, "She is with me. Now do as I say." He brings her to a deserted mall. Then Laura comes here, and Jimmy is also with her. Simon takes the CD from Will and tells his men to kill these two. Then Jimmy starts shooting at Simon's people and tells Simon that, "I didn't come to your group because I want to kill innocent people. I can't kill my friends." Now there is a shooting going on here. Then Simon shoots Jimmy. After seeing this, Will jumps on Jimmy. There is a fierce fight between these two. They keep fighting for a long time, but Simon hits Will. After falling down, he takes out a gun so that he can shoot him. But before that, Laura shoots Simon. These people start going. Then the lieutenant comes here and tells these two that no one will raise a finger on you. "I will set up this place like this. Everyone will think that Simon and Jimmy, they both killed each other." Then Will starts going. Lieutenant tells him that you can still work with our organization. Will refuses. After a while, we see on TV that Will has been proven innocent. Everyone knows the truth that Will did not kill anyone. Then Will reaches a friend of Alan, who works in his company. He gives him the CD and says that, "I want you to advance Alan's research." He says okay, but as soon as he starts going, Will realizes that this man is also associated with their organization. This means that this organization will never end. With this, the film ends.